So, you clicked on this video to find out the best date night fragrances for men under the budget of 300, right? Well, I have got you covered and I will not disappoint you today for sure. The perfumes that I have chosen today are basically gourmandish perfumes, and I feel under the budget of 300 rupees, these are my new favorites for a perfect date night. And in case you're new to the channel, my name is Deep, you are watching Scent Saga. Today, the two perfumes that I'm going to talk about are Whipped and Buttercream. Both comes from the house of Westside under the brand of Studiowest. And I actually went for shopping a few months back and I got my hands on them. And from that point onwards, I am just a fan of these two. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about why I think that these are like the best options for you. But before I do that, I do need to tell you something else. Why I consider the gourmandish fragrance as like the best option for a perfect date night. Well, I feel that gourmandish perfumes are basically inspired by delicious foods or desserts which make you smell really appealing and seductive. Why? Because it kind of taps into that primal nature of a human being. Us humans are kind of wired, deeply wired inside to be attracted to delicious smells. And gourmandish fragrance kind of gets that job done. And it creates this warmth, this sweetness, and just totally makes you feel delicious and attractive in my opinion. But not all gourmandish perfumes are created equal. According to me, there are 4 pillars for a good date night perfume under the category of gourmandish perfumes, okay? Number 1, it needs to be inviting, not overpowering. You want them to lean in, you don't want them to back away, right? Number 2 would be balanced sweetness. The perfume needs to smell a bit sweet, but it should not be something so sweet that it will cloy or choke the other person out. Number 3, I feel it should have something interesting going on in the perfume. It should not be a very plain, bland perfume, just the regular. There should be a hint of floral note or a touch of sweetness or something mysterious going on in that perfume, which will make the other person or the opposite gender feel, wow, that feels interesting, okay? And the number 4 for me is longevity. It should have a decent longevity, at least enough to pull you through that entire evening. So according to me, these two perfumes kind of hits that perfect sweet spot, and that is the reason these two have made my list today. And now, since I've already talked about why I feel gourmandish perfumes are best for the dates, let me talk about the first perfume from today's list, which is Whipped. Okay, this smells really nice. Okay, the perfume comes in this 30 milliliter bottle, and this atomizer is really nice as well for the price that it comes at. I love the smell, to be honest. It smells like a freshly baked cookie, okay, with melted butter aroma, like that cookie dough-like feeling. If you ever walk into a bakery when they are actually baking those freshly baked cookies and they're just coming right out of the oven, the kind of aroma it creates, this will make you feel like that. A very rich, seductive, sweet, yet comforting, inviting perfume in my opinion. To a layman, if I have to make you feel how the smell would be, if you ever had a Good Day butter biscuit, imagine that smell. Now amplify the richness, the blend to maybe like 2 or 3 times. That is how good this perfume smells. And this has got a little bit of sweetness to it, but it will not choke anybody, it will not cloy anybody, it will not disturb anybody. It has just the right balance of sweetness to make you feel very sexy. Okay, that is what I personally feel. According to me, I feel like you are wearing a delicious dessert on your skin. And this is that kind of perfume which will make that opposite gender lean more towards you. It will whisper into the other person's ears like, come closer. It will not shout out loud, okay? This is not a loud projecting perfume. With that, let me talk about the performance of this perfume, which is very decent according to me. It projects for around 1 hour properly, but without overpowering anybody. It's a very moderately projecting perfume, and the longevity is around 4 to 5 hours when applied on the clothes. I don't want to talk about the skin because again, skin chemistry is different, so it might differ from person to person, but on clothes, it has stayed 4 to 5 hours easily for me, and that I think is good enough for the price that it comes at. This retails for 295 rupees for a 30 milliliter, and for that pricing, you will not even complain regarding the blend quality. It doesn't feel cheap, it doesn't feel harsh, alcoholic, or a very synthetic mess. Rather, it feels very decent for the price that it comes at. And all in all, this is a really good perfume for your date nights. One more thing regarding this perfume, this is not a direct clone or a one-to-one clone to any designer fragrances that I have smelled so far. In case somebody has already used this perfume and you feel like this is a clone to any designer perfume that I am not aware of, use the comment section to let us know more about it. But for me, I have not smelled anything so far which smells similar to this. And for me, that makes it an original blend, and I am kind of happy for what I'm getting for the price that I'm paying at. So I feel that the price to performance or the price to quality ratio, everything is top notch for me. And the best part about this is this comes in this 30 ml bottle, which is very travel friendly. I can put it up in my pocket, and during the date, if it extends to more than 4 hours due to any reason, I can just apply it again or top up again, and I'm good to go for another 4 hours. So for me, this kind of works, and I don't have any complaints whatsoever with this perfume. Next up is Buttercream, same house, Studiowest. This is kind of like a bit more fresher take on Whipped, like a sophisticated older brother of Whipped. This is a little less sweeter and a little bit more fresher. Imagine if Whipped was like a vanilla cake. This is more like a lemon cake, but it's not too lemony or too citrusy. It's just a hint of zesty freshness, and it has got that added note of plum in it, so it makes it a bit more complex. So if I have to compare it with Whipped is more sweeter, although it's not overly sweet, but it's more sweeter than Buttercream. Buttercream is a bit more fresher and a bit more complex due to the added note of plum along with that melted butter, caramel and vanilla. By the way, this is something that my wife loves more on me. Although I am a fan of Whipped, I love Whipped more than Buttercream, but Chandrima, my wife, prefers Buttercream more on me than Whipped. So just letting you know regarding the verdict of what I feel and what she feels. This also retails for that same 295 rupees for a 30 ml bottle, and the atomizer is same. Perfect. I mean, you will feel amazed, like for 295 rupees, how was this brand able to pull this off? It doesn't feel cheap at all. Okay, that's one. Now coming back to the smell, imagine a vanilla cake with a hint of lemon, or a lemon cake which is not too lemony, or a lemon tart. That is what this will feel like. This is also equally comforting, equally sexy, equally intriguing, and works the same as Whipped when it comes to being a good date night perfume for men. Projection and longevity is very similar to Whipped, which is around 1 hour of decent projection, 4 hours of longevity. And for me, again, this also comes in 30 ml, so I can take it with me in my pocket, top it up whenever I need to. Honestly, I feel that Studiowest should continue making these perfumes, and I hope they don't discontinue them, because every time I'm gonna run out of these two perfumes, I'm gonna go and purchase one for myself. I am in love with this perfume, and I feel like if you ever try it out, I think you will be also in love with this. I mean, that is what my personal recommendation is. It might differ from person to person, but that is what I feel. Because for me, 600 rupees for these two perfumes feels like cheating. It's pretty game changer for me. And I feel for those young guys out there who are looking for a good date night perfume, maybe a movie night with your special one, or a casual evening walk down the road with your special one, just apply this and see the amount of appreciation that you're gonna get from the opposite partner. I feel that Studiowest has cracked the code of making good gourmandish fragrance, that too on a very tight budget. Also, I feel that there is a good thing about Studiowest or Westside. In case you have a Westside store near you, you can physically go to the store, check these two perfumes out and see if they work for you. In case you don't have a Westside store, still you can go ahead and purchase these perfumes online using the link in the descriptions. But I feel that in case you have a physical Westside store near you, it's better to go and check it out yourself and see if it works for you. So that was my review for the best date night fragrances for men under the budget of 300, which is Westside Studiowest Whipped and Westside Studiowest Buttercream. So with that, I end my video. Let me know in the comment section if you have any queries or concerns. I'll see you on the next one very soon. Bye-bye.